Yo, welcome to Garage Things today. This is your host, Chief Heimer. I got two important people in my garage today. Introduce yourself, guys.
Yeah, WhoIsJoeDegand.
I'm Randall Cropp. It's good to be here. Thanks for having us, man.
This has been lovely.
It's been a good day. We've been hanging out, man. Amber, shout out to my fiance. She made homemade mac and cheese for us to eat, and they absolutely loved it.
Underselling that.
Yeah.
You're big time.
Yeah.
Don't forget the dip. 'Cause that dip was fire too. Thank you, Amber.
Yeah. So we hung out. Kelsey and Vi stopped by. They were on my episode last week. If you guys haven't seen it yet, if you have, awesome.
Definitely check
you got
that
a chance
out.
to meet them.
It's a good time.
So we're here today. We planned this out for a few weeks now, and it's finally here, dude. I'm super excited.
So much.
We've always just had really good conversations, just in general. I mean, we haven't really had a chance. I mean, I've hung out with you outside of work one time.
Yeah, I get it.
And then this is our first time outside
First
of work.
time really engaged.
Right,
I'm
right,
excited
right.
for this.
Right.
I've looked at you, down the registers and thought, I want to get in his head. It took a while, but I'm here, man. So I'm excited.
Mine was this picture of his tattoos. That's what made me like, I got to deep dive into this.
Yeah.
I need to know. Yeah.
Hey, I'm a walking book,
Yeah.
clearly by my arms and my body. So people ask me questions all the time.
Randall, do you have any tattoos?
I have no ink. I've survived, I think. Yeah, the whole ink thing. You got tattoos?
I do.
Dude, he's got his whole back tattooed.
I
We'll have his back tattooed.
Chest.
Yeah.
We can get into it. Dude. You don't have any?
No, I am.
Not even like one of the guys like they just poked you in high school.
Like a little smiley face on your foot or something?
I think the only tattoo I really have is an 11-stitch scar from a hockey game when I was like 7 years old in Texas. We were playing in front of my trailer, 60-degree day, Christmas Day. The puck right to the eye, man, and that's the only tattoo I got.
That's a pretty badass scar. That's like a like a movie villain scar, right out my eye.
You want to know how I got this scar? I got donked with a hockey puck when I was 6.
It's Texas. Why are we playing hockey?
Yeah, out of our elements, man. Boots out of water and all that shit.
That's what it is. The boots out of water.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I had a really bad bike accident back in middle school, actually. And what's crazy is the only scar I actually have from it, you can see, well, you can't really see it now. I got my dad's signature tattooed on my hand, but I scraped my entire side of my right face down to the bone.
Whoa.
And it's crazy that I can still, one, grow facial hair, and two, like I didn't have a crazy scar, but you do know, like when I get mad, this side of my face turns super red and this side stays normal.
I'm going to be looking for that now.
Right.
He's going to come out all two-faced. I think he's upset, guys.
He's just flipping it cold.
So, were you riding like a bicycle or was this... Okay.
Yeah. So like the house... The road that my friend lived on was like a blacktop gravel road. So like you could like move your feet across the top of it and it's like loose gravel, you know what I mean? Like it's all, it's shitty. So like it was before rec night. I don't know if you guys know what a rec night is. Like you go to your school, middle school, and have like a dance in like the cafeteria and stuff.
You crashed at rec night?
No, before.
Okay. All right, good.
So I'm at his house. We're playing Tony Hawk Underground 2.
Oh, hell yeah.
Shout out Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk.
For changing my fucking childhood. You never know. It might I'm going to hashtag Tony Hawk's name in this podcast. He might see it. Who knows?
What up, Tony?
Hey.
What up? 900.
I think that's as high
Can you
as
still
it
do
goes.
it? But we were playing Tony Hawk, and we go outside and start shooting hoops and shit, and, we're listening to Limp Bizkit and just hanging out, just cranking that up to volume loud. The neighbors get pissed off. Well, anyway, I'm out in the street riding the bike, and I'm just like, headbanging on the bike, just like, this is Limp Bizkit, dude, and AJ's shooting hoops, dude, I showed you, my best friend. And, dude, next thing you know, somehow the handlebars flipped inward, and I flew off the bike, and then, I scraped my entire face on the ground.
Jeez.
And then, I was trying not to cry because, it hurt so bad. Dude, I go in their house, and AJ's mom is like, dude, she put 50 fucking Band-Aids on my face. 50 Band-Aids all across my face, dude. I was like, oh, dude, this is gonna suck ass when I get home. To take this shit off. Seriously.
She put you to work like a war surgeon. Wrapping
it was bad,
gauze
dude.
around his head.
And then the next day, because, my mom worked nights. Well, no, she worked days at GM, so she'd be up at, 4 and leave by 5. So, we had to get ourselves up for school.
Yeah.
And the next day I woke up. It was bad the night before. It was bad, but, it wasn't, bad as it was the day after. Like, it was swollen. There was pus coming out everywhere in my eye. Like, it was bad. It was just bad. Well, no, I go to school.
What?
Instantly greeted by, like, almost every female. Are you okay? Oh, my God. Like, is everything all right? And I'm, like, you know, digging it, obviously. You know, I'm 7th grade. Like, okay. I got popular girls, like, liking me and shit. Like, you know, come over and greet me. You know. So I go to school and, like, immediately get sent home. They're like, yo, did your mom not see you today? I'm like, dude, she goes to work at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
We got to get ourselves ready for school.
Your face is rock, dude.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's bad. So I went home the rest of the day and just did a bunch of kickflips out front of the house for a couple hours and just skated down a new blacktop road we got. Like, literally, I was like, because I was home for a whole week because I couldn't even go to school. So that we got a whole new road, blacktop, dude. I was out there skating down the hill, skating for hours, dude, for days, just sitting there. And I should just be chilling in the house.
I just waited for Tony Hawk to come by and yell out, "You a kickflip!" He sacrificed his face for you, Tony.
Damn it, Tony.
Face.
But that was like one of my like worst accidents I've ever had. But I almost couldn't go to the end of the year field trip to the Kalahari because my face wasn't like healing and stuff, like almost, and like they're like, you know, you're good, you can go. And I'm like, I swear to God, if I cannot go to this end of the year trip, because I busted my ass in school. Like, I busted my ass in, well, I was also on Adderall, so it helped me pass classes and do everything. So that helped me out a lot. But
I'm focusing way better. I don't know why. What's happening?
But yeah, that was probably like one of my worst accidents I've ever had.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, what's your worst battle, Scott, man? Physically, emotionally, what you got?
I got 100 million in mentally ones for sure.
Mental ones are whoa.
Yeah.
Let's steer away from the. I mean, physical.
Yeah. What made you bleed?
I mean, I've had like saw thumbs. I've done that. I've done the. What was the other one that was pretty good? Okay, so this is a true fun story. Living with in-laws, it's super fun, right? I've had to do it. We've all been there. But like, I'm chasing my corgi through their backyard.
Shout out to the corgi.
Shout out to the corgi.
I love corgis, dude. They are dope dogs.
Oh, she's amazing.
Dope dog.
She lives forever in my mind now.
Sorry, I'm not going to interrupt no more.
No, you're beautiful. I'm chasing her around in an unfamiliar backyard. Have no idea that they've just taken down their pool deck. So there's like these random boards that are at like perfect nose height. So you see this scar right here on the nose, Randall? You see this? That's from chasing a corgi.
No, really?
This right here.
Yeah, you know what? I never noticed that before.
Corgi scarred me for life. But I ran right into this board chasing her. Like, boom! Like, just took me out.
Yeah.
Didn't go anywhere for it.
Ooh.
Didn't get stitches. Healed terribly. But until, like, I think like a collarbone when I was, like, 8 or something like that. I used to have, like, those were a couple of things that maybe happened. I don't remember them very much anymore. I flew off of recliner at one point when I was a little baby and had like a scar on the back of the dome when I shaved the head. You can see like I was doing some surfing on a recliner for no goddamn reason, probably jamming out to my dad's Motley Crue or something.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Doing stage dives. You know?
In the living room.
He still has the speaker that has the corner missing because he likes vintage like music still, so he still has the speakers because they were expensive. I get rid of them. They're not a hazard to my child's skull. So there's still a chip in this one corner, and he points it out to me every fucking time.
Well, how does that make you feel though, seeing that he just like keeps the weapon that almost took you out, like some kind of trophy or some kind of
just trying to? You see that? It almost got you. You gotta stay on it. You know what I mean? I don't think it's that. I think it's more like speakers are expensive.
It could be that.
It still plays.
We had different experiences with our dads.
He probably wasn't even home when it happened.
Yeah.
I think that's the, you know what I mean? We're being watched by ourselves or other people or TV.
Yeah.
I grew up being watched by television.
For sure. Yep.
It probably made me way too obsessed with the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
But, you know,
I mean, it's better than getting involved in drugs and sex at a young age. And yeah.
my mind. Anyways.
Not saying it's a bad thing, but I mean, it decently
course.
is. If you don't have control, then. Yeah, I really didn't even start like really partying, dude, until I was like 20.
Yeah.
I didn't even actually start smoking until I was 18. like ganj, 18, like end of senior year type thing. Like,
With you, man.
I just played bass and skated, dude. That was like my two main, and collecting cards. Like that was like my main thing. Like that's what I was. That's what I was into. Like I wasn't worried about going to parties and shit, dude. Like
I didn't have my first drink till 21. I didn't have like my first like bit of weed till I was like 25, 26. I was on set.
Okay,
Smoked my first reefer.
Hell yeah.
Slow to it, man.
Who introduced you to drugs?
So is this?
Name drop? Can you name drop it?
I'll say Jim. He introduced me to drugs on set when I was working as a like
Shout
a
out
PA.
Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
shout out Jim.
I sell drugs now, brother.
Legally too.
Yeah,
he's allowed to.
It's legal.
I was working a PA and I had to like time out the music for this scene, and he lets me rip this dab pen. I've never done it before. I don't feel like it's doing anything, so I'm just hit that shit. They send me back in, and I lose time. Like, yeah, it was awful, but yeah, it's kind of cool.
I time traveled that day.
Bro, I had to like to a click track. I had to cue the music up for a band in this movie to like sync to it. I kept fucking up the timing of it.
It was just off by a stoner's amount.
Yeah, just a stoner's amount, man. When was your first time smoking?
So I definitely did like way too early.
Sure.
Like I had like let's say 8th grade is definitely the first time I remember purchasing my own weed. And it was stashed in a highlighter, like all the memes.
Ooh, okay.
Right, like it was in there. I could say their names. It could be a John.
Or a Jim.
No, or a Jason. I know them. I still remember them. So that was like really early. And then I didn't touch it for, like, I got scared. No, I just never had an opportunity. I always wanted to smoke with certain people. And then I would do that. And then that friend became extremely straight edge.
Yeah.
So then, like, that just separated for me. Like, I didn't really need to do it. I didn't care about it.
Sure.
Hit it in, like, a Metallica live shit and binge box set. Like, that's where I kept the weed that I bought, like, from forever ago,
I like
freshman year or something.
Yeah.
And then I didn't touch it again until I was probably in high school once with the wife when I, like, she started fucking around. When we were in high school,
Ooh.
this was a thing, and she'll
Wow,
tell
wow, wow, wow,
you,
wow, wow.
put her on blast. But no, like, so she was more, and then I started getting back into it, and then I was straight edge too for a long time.
Cool.
21, I never drank until I was 21. It ran in the family, so I was just like terrified of it. And then I went to a sushi place and had sake for the first time. I was like, fuck this, I'm drinking.
Did you get hot sake or cold sake? Okay, it's how you have to have it.
I like it. It was cool. It was like an experience.
Yeah.
It was like, I felt cool doing it. And then I just didn't really smoke it probably again until like 26, 27. And then that was like every day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because then it helps me when I'm writing, so it's like a thing I'm using it like as a crutch probably.
Yeah.
But it honestly, I do like, I take that George Carlin approach, like when you hear him talk about stuff like with writing, where he'll come up with the bit, right, but then he'll do a postscript or rewrite while high. Look at it again. So you can write any time. But I'm going to do a pass over this once I'm like a little bit fucked up.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to get high.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to get high and look at this again and see if it still tracks.
Yeah.
Because it's a vibe check. It helps me do a vibe check of whatever I'm looking at. So.
Yeah.
Energy break.
Yeah, you like that?
Energy break.
He's getting me. He's going to come get us.
It's so funny too because I called Joe earlier today and I forgot my buddy Sam cut a huge tree down in his yard and last night he was over. He was like, "Yeah, dude, we're gonna cut it up and shit." I'm like, "Fucking hell yeah!"
Yeah. I don't even think you can hear him.
I think they're done.
Yeah, they're already.
I think they're done. But I was like, fucking chainsaws all day because you can hear it. Like you can hear anything. Like obviously right now on the headphones, I can hear him. Like the air tool and shit. I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah.
So anytime like I hear a plane fly over, like a train go, I just do like an energy break. Like it just takes silence and just like.
I get it. I have trains all
You know what I mean? Like
at
it's
my
good.
house.
Like it's good because like I learned it from Kasky, that artist that I follow, that hip hop guy. He was on a podcast with one of my former buddies, and there was a train going by, and he was like energy break, and they kind of closed their eyes and was doing breathing treatments to their nose. I don't know if I've told you and knew about it. Breathing treatments, you breathe through in your nose all the way through and then out your nose, and you do it constantly, but you're thinking good thoughts, like you're manifesting things, thinking good thoughts, like you can hit a reset button or like anything, but you have to be sitting down because if you don't, you'll get very lightheaded from because it almost activates your third eye too in a way.
Ooh.
Like it's really neat. Like I used to do it a lot.
That later.
Yeah.
If I start dipping in and out of consciousness, I'm just trying really hard.
It's just deep energy breaks quick where like a train goes by. It's like a minute. Like,
see, that's perspective right there, man. I've been on a lot of sets, even like just recording audio for people, and you hear distractions, and there's that trigger just to be like, oh man. Yep. But to like see you instantly go, all right, energy break.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we're here.
Yeah, it's cool because I mean, it's like I can't do anything about it. I can't get mad at the birds are chirping outside, or like they got their kids outside playing, or like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Like I have no control over it. Yeah. I don't have this garage soundproof, so it's okay. It's just neat because it's just another aspect of way of looking at life, because it's just not like, oh fuck, a train's going, Jesus Christ, like come on dude, like this is annoying, fucking train. But like in that time you complaining about something, you could just be thinking good things anyway. Yeah,
well, true. Yeah,
you know what I mean. That train could be carrying supplies somewhere that people need. It just goes and goes like that. That's why people just don't stop and think. Like,
we're small cogs in like an infinite machine, man. And once you realize that and pull back, it's like, man, all right, we're doing a podcast. It kind of stinks. We hear right, just little machines on a big rock, man. That's it.
It is what it is.
We still got to do the whole vibe check the whole day.
Well, that's just the
thing. We live in it.
Yeah, well, that's just it's just and plus that's just the rawness of the show. It's just the rawness of it is like. If someone farted on accident, like I'm not gonna like just go through.
Yeah, you just said that.
18 minutes into the set and mute it and be like, oh, okay, whoops, and then mute it and then go right back to it. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Like, dude, I don't cut nothing from the show. I let everything.
That's beautiful. I do that every time.
I've actually, dude, on an episode I did in the fucking house, I accidentally farted, dude, on camera. And I was like. Like bro, yeah, it was on a plastic chair too, and I'm like, oh, whoops, like on camera, and Amber's like, you gonna get rid of it? I'm like, fuck no, I'm keeping it on there, dude.
Hell yeah,
I'm keeping this shit on there.
Y'all heard that fart at that time zone? You spotted it. You called me out. I heard you in the comments. Thank you. You called a squeaker.
Freeze frame it right there.
Right.
So I get it.
I'm leaving it in.
This is good.
They are.
This is good.
You're happy now.
This is good. This is good.
Gonna win.
Well, I don't know. It's only third quarter still. There's a whole quarter left.
The Packers really pulled it together today. Their defense did great. I have to comment on that because I don't really pay attention to this stuff very often, but I was very affectionate towards them.
We got the Packer game on right now. So when I actually asked these two to come on, I knew there was a Packer game playing, and I knew that by the way we've been playing that it wasn't going to be anything extraordinary. So I'm like, screw it. We're doing a podcast on the day of the Packers playing. Normally I wouldn't do it, but like I don't even care. It is what it is. Like I should just turn it off, but
no, I'm here for it.
I'm not I'm winning. I'm not trying to like look. I'm trying to have a conversation. Like this is avoiding. This. Ooh, he's giving him a hug.
Vibe check. You're good.
But yeah, isn't it crazy we've only been talking for 20 minutes, dude? Isn't it feel like it's forever? Isn't that nuts?
It's a dream, man.
Like, it's crazy. Like, you guys heard earlier about that dream that Amber had, right? Or did you guys...
No.
Oh, about work.
Oh, yeah, no, I heard a little bit of that.
That's funny as hell, right?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Dude...
That's the thing. When your job is so stressful that your partner is having stress dreams about it, it's like not fair.
It's not.
She's not even involved at all. Like she doesn't. Like she's been in there, obviously. Like
yeah.
But
That's all it takes.
She only knows like what I tell her.
Yeah.
But I don't tell her a lot because once I leave that place,
hold on.
Unless it's like to you or like to Kelsey or like I don't.
Yeah.
Try not to like.
Yeah, I don't need it because I already deal with enough of it there. So like, why?
She's not
fucking
like
bring it home.
Waking up in the middle of the night screaming about oboe. Like no, she's not doing that. We're gonna be all right, man.
The line's full. We can't.
You want my ID for what?
I keep hearing this gruff, bald man go 5 more.
Dude, I gotta say something funny. I don't think I've actually told you. You may have told you this, but there was a guy that came up to me one day when I was taking IDs, and I took his wife's, and then he was starting to walk away, and I was like, I need your ID, sir. He's like, well, for what? I was like, well, it's a state law. It's our law. You gotta take an ID to get it, Like,
good job.
Well, I don't want to be tracked. And I'm like, well, the cell phone in your pocket's been tracking you since day one. And he chuckles and he laughs, and I chuckled too. I thought it was funny. I'm like, that's his policy, Dude, dude, I went and got pulled in the office for that.
Did you really?
They pulled you because he talked about it?
Yeah, he went and told him that I offended him by saying that cell phone's tracking him in his pocket because he didn't want to be tracked at Sunnyside. And I'm like, dude, it's not that big of a deal.
You don't even know how technology works now.
Well, he probably didn't realize it till just then. Man's having a freak out.
Exactly. Yeah, he didn't, and that's how it was. Is that
QR code guy.
Yep, he was getting.
Yeah.
He kind of got defensive about it. And it's just like, hey man, like that's just the rules. It's just like you go to a bar, you got to give them your ID.
Did you look up directions on Google Maps on how to get here? Because they know you're here now.
Yeah, right.
Like, do you
I don't know how technology
but the fact is that I got called in and talked about it. Like, hey, you can't say that kind of stuff to people, and it's like,
I think it's funny. I'm giving you.
Oh, dude, I
permission.
had a great time. I had a great time with dude. Yeah.
It is what it is, man.
But enough of that.
Let them know.
Yeah.
Bring them down.
I didn't even actually mean to
It's a
say the
thing.
actual word of the place.
Yeah.
But
I think you feel like you're unstressifying the situation.
Yeah.
Well, it is. It's de-stressing it completely.
You're trying to bring him down and be like, hey,
Yeah, exactly.
just so you know, like, don't be worried about this.
Yeah.
That's not even a thing. Maybe put on airplane mode when you're driving here.
Right.
If you know how to get here.
But we live in like a completely integrated society, man. There is no don't be tracked. That's just how it is.
Yeah, you're not going to not be.
I'm sure they can even track your shit without the battery in.
Benny, I know where I am right now.
You do?
Yeah.
Where are we?
I don't know, man.
But no, like, I don't ever want to have it be like, if it got to the point where I was that stressed about being followed like that, like, I hope the guy that works at the FBI that has to listen to all of my rants or like has to look up everything I do on stage or listen to everything, I hope he has a good life. Because, like,
I like to think.
damn. What a slog to get through all that. Like,
I like to think he gets some joy out of your bits, man.
I would hope so.
You know?
Like, he at least goes, you know what, I'll promote this guy. I'll put his stuff out on TikTok. We'll do it.
We're gonna promote him to head guy I track all day. WhoIsJoeDegand.
Who is he?
Yeah.
That's it. That's the point. Like if you're being followed and you're that upset about it, just go live in Alaska in a cabin, dude. Hide.
Well, have you noticed that that's like a real lifestyle trend
is.
nowadays?
Van life.
The millennial midlife crisis is the homestead. It's the unplug. It's the get away from the noise, the technology. A lot of people are like that, man. I'm seeing it. Yeah, you did. Jesus.
But I was in my 30s when I did it, so it's better. I'm fine with it. Like, I feel like I grew up.
Yeah.
It's like I just want a little bit more space. That's it.
Dude, I heard that.
I needed it. We talked about in-laws, right? I was living with my in-laws.
Good times.
I had to get away.
Good times.
I learned a lot about myself. Oh, I think we're coming up on a first break. You tell me what time.
Ooh, yeah, we got a few more minutes.
Oh, see, I was ready.
We can go now if you want to.
No, I'm just.
Don't matter
I
to
didn't
me.
know what it was. I didn't know what the time was.
27, 28 minutes we can.
27, 28.
29 is pushing it. 30 is definitely pushing it because it's not going to catch it. It's not going to.
I didn't know.
It won't record everything, unfortunately. And I did that on accident one time during a show. I was just like he left, and then I'm like,
Oh,
why the fuck is there only 2 clips? I'm like, where the hell's the third one at? I'm like, yo, what the? They're like, there was no beginning. There was no. It was just like, we come back from break. Yo, we're back from the break, and I'm like, oh hell no. I can't post this one. We got to redo it. And then the second time he came over, the second time he came over, this cord was plugged into the wrong slot on my camera. So guess what? It just got this conversation right now. Like how I'm speaking right now, there was no mic or nothing, but I was talking to a mic the whole time.
Oh
yeah, it was embarrassing. I'm like, you would think by now,
Look cool.
26 episodes in, I know what I'm doing.
Listen, it's a growing process.
It's just those small, dumb things that, like, you know what I mean? Like, even putting the cord in that one right now, I second guess it. I'm like, red or green? Oh, it's fucking red.
We're
It's
being
red.
recorded right now, right, Joe? Okay, good.
I heard my voice earlier when we did a sound check.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I can hear you guys just fine. It's
Hell yeah.
it's really good.
Yeah,
It's really
good deal. So, how long have you been like doing the filmmaking, man? The podcast, working with cameras, because it feels like something
The camera's deep.
like you're into.
Yeah, camera goes back to like 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th
Okay.
high school.
Yeah, young Benny, pus covering his face, camera in hand.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's tracking.
No, you're good.
The theater tickets.
Actually, you know what's crazy is when I started doing photos, more and more I got into it. Like when I was around 25, 26, I was like, I'm never doing video. I'm like, dude, I never want to get involved in video ever. I just don't want to. I just want to be a photo guy. I don't want to be both. I just want to do one. Yeah. And then there was one day where, like, I went around Janesville and just shot, like, some cool shots of the town and just, like, made a cool video of it. And, like, that was the start of it. That was pretty much the start of it. Yeah. And then the podcast started right here on the edge of that pool table about a year this month. Yeah. And I just looked at the back wall and was just like, Garage Hangs with Chiefheimer.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I had an aha moment, and here it is. And I love the podcast. Photography is always going to be really close to me. I don't do it as much anymore just because I've covered every square inch of this fucking town pretty much of taking, like, landscape and, like, I'm just, like, over it, you know? So, like, if I'm going to do anything photo work, it's going to be creative. Like, I'm doing, like, you know, a shoot for, like, a brand, like a company, or, like, tattoo, like a tattoo video, or, like, you know, go and do a comic video for you you know, do a comic skit, do a cool, like, 2.5 minute recap video of, like, you know, just cool shit, you know, just stuff like that. It's you know how it is. It's just super interesting. So, like, pretty much to me, it's just like I've always just wanted to create. I don't care if it's paintings. I don't care if it's a beat. I don't care if it is making music. I don't care if it's making clothes, t-shirt printing, anything to, like, be creative, stay creative. That's what I'm about. Doesn't matter, and it's always just going to be a part of me. It's always going to be. Even in high school, like, people came up to me and told me that I have an eye for things, and, like, just.
It's your vibe, man.
It is. It just.
Well, hell yeah.
It's just fun, you know. It's soothing, and like I said earlier about the Polaroids, when you actually take a picture, like, you're in that moment. You remember the temperature of the air. You remember if it was sunny, rainy, or snowing out. You remember who was there. You remember how you were feeling, like. Texas, a photo is just not like a photo is just not like a photo when you look at it of Brett Favre throwing a football.
It's a memory, man.
It's just, and it goes to a whole different extent, and that's what got me hooked. And another thing is that there's no limits. There's no the possibilities are endless for what I do. Yeah. Because no one can come in here and tell me, like, no, you can't film. Yeah. You can't shoot photos, so.
If that's kind of like you to that spot, you're there.
That's kind of the reason why I stayed with it, is because, like, there's just no limits and no one can tell me no type shit. So.
Well, it's your world, man. Everything in that frame.
Yep.
That's on you.
Yep. But yeah, it's oh yeah. Oh jeez.
Get it?
Oh my God. We gotta cut it. Taking a break.
Protect it. Protect your neck.
I should have put this thing, Joe Star. You gotta.
By the way, we're back from the break, guys. Just chilling.
We're recording already. Oh man, we jump right into
it. Don't matter. I'm not like.
I'm
not big into, like, yo. Welcome back.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the second half of today's podcast. I'm here with Benny and Joe at Chiefheimer's Hangs.
Garage Hangs.
Garage Hangs with Chiefheimer. Yeah. This is the part we're cutting anyway.
You wanted a script, he said it. He's like, where
I've been working on that for 25 minutes.
No, you're good. It's all good. Garage Hangs with Chiefheimer. Yes, sir. Yes. And the funny story behind that, and I've actually put it in podcast, is that my Instagram handle was supposed to be Chefheimer.
Oh,
okay. Because, like, when I was a kid, my dad would always, like, make meals and call himself a chef, you know, Chefheimer. You took Berkheimer, my last name, and replaced it with something else. That's awesome. So I kind of carried that tradition on, and then realized one day that someone was like, yo, your Instagram actually says Chiefheimer. And I'm like, okay, I didn't want anyone knowing I smoked publicly, but okay, I guess it has been for some years now. So
I was kind of curious about the name. I always assumed it was cannabis related, but that's a better story, man. I like Chief Keef.
Yeah, and it just, like, I just didn't want it to, like, be known that, like, you know, I smoked. You know, it just. But now that's my name. That's what I'm branded by. I just don't, you know, I don't care what people think or say. I just do it because it's a cool name. It's a creative, cool name that, you know, I came up with.
That's you, man.
But yeah.
Oh no, I had issues for a long time with my name. Like, I thought, because I had other comedians around me that, like, don't go by their real name. Like, that blows my mind. Because I get it, right? Especially if, like, some of them are in the teaching profession or, like, on the, like, side hustle. Like, they're just starting doing comedy, so it is not paying the bills yet. So when they start, they have a stage name to distance that so they don't get in trouble. Like, they're already teachers now. Teachers are getting, like, only fanned out, right? Like, they're getting kicked out of high school teachers.
Left and right.
Yeah,
left and right.
It's these damn stay-at-home dads.
Putting these girls through law
Did
school.
you grab that, by the way?
What? This? Yeah. No.
Dope.
No,
Okay.
I didn't. No, I didn't.
It's
It's
what you
over
need.
there.
Oh.
Guys,
We can get it later.
I can.
I don't think we're allowed to leave once we sit down.
We get it on the next break. I have other things.
Moved a little, I swear.
Oh, like a Jedi?
Yeah.
Are you?
Oh, I thought you were pulling out of your pocket. I'm like, oh yeah, dude. No, damn
It was
it.
too. It was too delicate.
Yeah.
I had to be careful with it. You know, we
Oh,
spent
yeah.
some time on it.
Yeah.
I didn't want
You
to.
gotta be careful with that.
Very careful with it. Absolutely. They have no idea what we're talking
What are
about.
you
No, I
talking
have no
about?
idea.
You'll see later.
So,
We've
Listen,
come to the point in the night
Clearly,
where
something
Yeah,
has happened
yeah.
in between on these
Yeah.
breaks.
oh, dude, there's
get it.
been a lot that's happened.
So,
Yeah.
what do you want? Do you want to? Let's be honest here. Cards are a part of our lives.
sure.
We all agree we love cards.
Right, trading cards.
Favorite set of trading cards. Hot check tests. Randall, go.
Like favorite set,
Yeah.
trading cards.
Trading. Well, it could be trading anything.
Yeah.
Like a card that you like remember.
Yeah.
Like the vibe of it.
So for me, when I was a kid, I was real young when I first started collecting, and I remember going to the card store with my mom and my dad, and gosh, I must have watched, I think, the first episode of Pokemon on VHS tape 1,000 times.
Amazing.
And finally, they
Pull that
hauled.
tape out.
Yeah, man, like really ruined that ribbon. So they brought me in, and I got to buy like my first pack of cards. And that was after I like raked the yard or some shit forever. Anyway, so I busted that pack open, and it was a holographic Blastoise, man. That's still like my favorite
Amazing.
card ever. I don't have it anymore. It's a different story, but yeah, it's my favorite card. Yeah.
First edition or just
Happy
regular?
anymore.
I couldn't tell you, man. It was shiny as fuck. I was
awesome.
6, and that shit hit like crack.
Oh, I bet, dude.
It had
I
fingerprints
bet.
all over it.
Yeah.
He slept with it.
That's like, you know, your dream when you're like getting Pokemon, you know, like you find out the good cards and you're
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
I get, dude. It happened for me when I got that shiny Zard, dude, last year.
Yeah.
I sold that card for $800, dude. Not even graded.
Lord, that's
not
crazy.
even graded.
Not even graded. Just I sold it. Like
That's a
I thought my
vibe.
brother was gonna have a heart attack in the passenger seat of my car when he saw that card. He's like, "Oh, dude, it was the first pack from the back."
Yeah.
And I
Listen.
opened it up, dude, and it was the last one in the back. And I like, holy shit, Colin, look at this. And he's like, what? Ah! He starts freaking, bro, just freaking. His face is red, his eyes are
knows you have
bulging.
no idea.
Yeah, I'm like, what's going on? He's like, dude, this is the rarest card you can get in the world right now. And I'm like, ooh, sweet.
That's good, right?
So I went from
Yeah,
80
yeah.
bucks
Did I break it? Did I
to
break it?
800.
Did I break it?
Yeah.
I spent $80 on that box and pulled that
So
fucking
you
card.
bought a box.
I bought, yeah.
I thought we were playing the finger dance. You said first from the last.
I bought like a box like
Oh,
this.
Okay.
Oh,
An
okay.
elite
Like-
trainer box.
Yeah,
I
these
know
elite
the
trainer
thing.
boxes. Yeah, dude. I freaking pulled it right out of that last pack in the bag, dude. Yeah, I kept the box and everything.
You gotta.
That's what's up.
That's a pull.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
a,
It was.
So what's your iconic pull, man? Your history here.
Well, I already showed you my pan, the Dragon Ball pan card. That's it's on my TikTok. I loved it.
Yeah.
But it was like the cards I remember the most, like this aesthetic check for like where it was like it was an event when you had it, was these like 94 Fleer cards.
Okay.
Or Flare. Flare. It's like Marvel. Anyway, they came in like a little cardboard box. Right? And then you'd have to open up the cardboard
Yeah.
box, and the pack was wrapped in cellophane. So it was like it was a whole process just to get it open, and it had like it felt like a pack of cigarettes, like it had the little ribbon
Oh, yeah,
thing on
the
the bottom,
oh,
you know, like, you just like I
Tap
feel
it on your
cool.
leg before
But like those cards, they're like really like well painted oil paintings
Sure.
of like Marvel characters, like Wolverine getting the adamantium taken out of his body by Magneto or some shit like that, and then just like the holographics for that. That
Beautiful.
oh my god,
Good
those are the
artwork.
ones that you remember. Like I was like the first time I ever got a Venom foil card or holofoil, and you're just like sell it at the comic book store for like $25, and you're like yes, I can get 3 Wizard magazines with this. Like, just spending your money reckless, like no point. But I did one time. I remember this well with my like brother and sister. Like we're in a comic book shop, and like. Power Rangers, big thing
Got
right
it.
then and there. Like I was very into like Batman the animated series at the time.
Right.
But like they were really into Power Rangers, and I was too. I liked it. Like, I felt,
Sure.
I get it. But
Dude,
we're
that
in
shit
the
was cool,
store,
man.
And there's a fucking gold Green Ranger card. We immediately heads together, pool our money, and buy this card.
Yeah.
And it was like an heirloom. Like, we had to hold on to it. We traded it with each other. Like, you get it this week, whatever. Nice. But you better take care of it. You know what I mean? Like, we
Don't let her
bought
watch that TV show. Just kidding.
Yeah. Power Rangers.
Power Rangers, yeah.
Don't take that card nowhere it's not supposed to go.
No, you're not allowed to.
Don't take it on walks with your dog. Just leave it at home.
Yeah.
No
Side
canoe
note though, the
trips.
cards quick. Since you brought up Batman, have you played Gotham Knights yet?
Oh, no. Is it like a fighting game?
Have you?
Or like
Do you know
no.
anything about it?
No. MMO? What is it?
Okay,
It's
so
a Batman game.
It-
It's a Batman game.
No. It's called Gotham Knights. There is 4 superheroes that Batman was training,
Oh.
and he dies in this
Oh.
game, and these 4 take over. There's Robin Hood, Red Hood, and then there's 2 other people I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah. But like
But you-
Nightwing's probably in there. Like
Yeah,
training a little
Nightwing.
bit.
Yeah, Nightwing, and then there's a girl too. I don't.
Okay.
But yeah, I started playing
Dick
that the other day
Grayson.
because
Dick
on
Grayson,
the
Batgirl.
PlayStation Network, since
Oh,
I'm
okay.
the Prime member of it, I get it for free. So I downloaded it and I started playing it. I'm like 22% deep. The game is pretty cool, man. It's fun.
Ooh.
It's pretty cool, man. It's fun.
So is it like a beat 'em up though? Or are you like running around the screen? Like, what are you
Yeah.
doing? Like, is
Yeah,
it like
it's-
a
so-
level your guy
Yeah.
up thing?
Oh yeah, it's just like, have you played Avengers?
Yeah.
It's just like that pretty much.
But
Like you're
Avengers
like,
was trash, man.
I love
I
that
like
game.
Avengers.
I love that game, dude.
We're gonna have.
I just think it's
I
cool.
bought it day it came out.
I just think it's being
No
cool
kidding.
playing the characters more,
Yes.
more or less. Like
Sure.
that was cool. The storyline of it was kind of but like being Iron Man, being the Hulk, that shit's
Flying
fun as hell.
around
Like
Iron
you
Man
have.
that first time was badass.
Oh, dude, it still is. It still
And
is.
then I got stuck on a mountain and stuck on a mountain and stuck on a mountain and stuck on a mountain.
How the hell
And I
you-
think it's me. I think I'm bad at video games now. And if I'm bad at a video game, I just won't keep playing.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
just
no.
like, I suck, dude. I can't.
If I'm not naturally good at things, straight to the closet. Treated me well.
I have no time
But anyway,
for this.
Yeah.
take a look at some of what I have, dude, for
Oh,
some of
these?
these Pokemon cards. Yeah, I've saved these. Check them out. Here, Randall, you can go ahead and check some of these out too if you want.
You want to get some of the graded? Do you want to look at the graded slabs?
Yeah. Let me see these guys.
And these are all the graded slabs I have.
Oh, is
See,
that
I-
a fossils?
It is. I got one of these at home as well. That Kabu tops.
Oh,
The shiny. Let's go.
Well, we're talking about this Raikou. You're gonna get it graded, right? That's awesome.
Yeah, I really hope I can get that Raikou holographic at a Gem Mint 10.
Was it this one right here?
No, it's one that he has, but that also would be a great card to get graded too.
Which
As a matter of fact,
yeah, do that. Do them all.
Yeah.
This Ho-Oh EX. Let's get
that's
that
a
graded.
hyper that card that Raikou is a hyper rare. That's what they call it.
Oh, we got some multiples. We can talk trades. You got multiples. I see what's happening here. Palkia. This Dark Rye. Okay, listen. This Mewtwo. We gotta talk.
He's got some nice Gen 1 stuff in here,
Yeah.
too.
Oh, we do got the Gen 1 section. You got the old stuff.
Okay,
Oh, look
the
at that Dark Hypno.
Yeah, I found that down in Chicago too.
That setup of those oldies.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
See, have you seen these alternate arts, Randall? These are amazing. Like, look at that.
And actually, Randall and Joe, that
These
card,
arts.
that Aerodactyl, I had a holographic, first edition, pre-release, graded gem. Well, it was a 7. I traded that card to my brother for I think that Raikou. So I have 2 versions of it. I got that holographic one, and then I got the unhollow of it too. But still, it's those older cards are so sick. But them newer art ones, that like the Electri,
Sure.
dude, they are just fire cards,
cool
dude. They're
looking,
fucking
man.
sick.
So when did you start collecting? Like I see you put some real effort into
There's
like.
some time here.
Like
Yeah.
2 years. I got like 2 more of those
Okay.
like elite trainer boxes
Sure.
full of cards and stuff in the house.
Did you do it as a kid as well?
I did, but a lot of them got taken away and sold and stuff, so I didn't,
So that's this Mint 3 here, Ancient Mew.
Yeah.
I got one of those like in a container still, like in the package.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are. I want to get some of those graded. That's awesome.
Yeah, get that graded. I think it's worth like
Place
about
it.
$80.
Do them.
$90. I mean, it's just the nostalgic of it, you know. I was 10 years old when that movie came out, and they were airing it at the theater, and I got that card. Obviously, it's not the same one when I was a kid, but I paid $13 for that card. I spent $20 on it to get graded, and it's worth $50 because it's a 3. It's not worth much, but
they're holding their value.
Yeah,
that's the thing about the Pokemon that like blows my mind.
You seen Randall?
Oh yeah.
As the person that like also collects like Magic cards, that market has gotten way weirder.
Yeah,
in general, like there's some like really really old stuff that's definitely worth cash, like crazy money.
Yeah,
but like now the new sets that come out, like unless it's like the Lord of the Rings One Ring card, no one's gonna get $1 million off of that hit.
Yeah.
But I feel like for my bang for my buck, since it's like, it's not being like a scratch ticket, right?
Right.
But it is a gamble when I buy that $5 Pokemon pack. And some of them pay off really, really well. It's fun.
Them Pikachus that I sent in, those Gem Mint 10s, were the first 2 cards out of the 5 I sent in that I got 2 10s on. I got 2 10s, a 9, a 7, and a 3. Oh, yeah. Which I was really surprised about the 3, the Mew. But closer looking at the back of it, there were a couple little
scuffies.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, and it's just nostalgic.
It's good to see their variants, though. Like, you get to see their grading process.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to send... Dude, I have another stack in the house that I'm actually going to send in. It's about $95 to get 5 cards graded.
Have you done anything with eBay?
Not yet,
recently to sell them or at all or anything? There's this weird thing with those graded cards, like where they like vaulted or something weird now, and it actually makes the market very stable price wise, which is crazy to me.
Kind of controlling the
yeah.
There's a market value for a certain grading now.
Oh yeah. You can go look on eBay at a card right now, any one of them, a Gem Mint 10, to see what it's PSA out of or whatever, and it'll tell you the price of it. What was it last sold at? And because I'm always like, what I'm trying to do now is that I'm not gonna go buy them packs. I'm just gonna go search the cards that I want and buy the cards and build my collection on that. What's worth more money, like that Zard for $24.
Target it,
Yeah, I could spend another $20 on it, get it back, and it could be a Gem Mint 10. Then I made $250 on it. You know what I mean? Like I made $200 off a card, so it's like. And I'm going to hang on to them until, like, the right time is to go get a payout on it because, like,
They're only going to appreciate it.
That's what I'm saying.
They're the ones that are holding their value.
I'm just saying.
It's
crazy. That's why I'm,
dedication.
Like, it's insane, dude. Like, that's like the way of collecting is instead of just going. I mean, it's cool going in and opening up a pack, packs every once in a while, but
thrilled.
Half the time you're only going to get one pull out of it, if that sometimes, like you spend $80, you get. I think like 10 packs or something. That's a decent price for 10 packs. Like,
dude, there's a Magic the Gathering pack I've been looking at and eyeballing that is $80 for one pack. So think about that.
Jesus, for how many cards come in a pack?
Maybe 15?
Maybe 15. Maybe.
Could be anything.
That's insane.
Sometimes you get a little bonus extra ones. You can look them up. Those collector ones, they just did a Doctor Who version of these. So there's like a collector's edition box. Each one of those packs is $30. $30 for 15 cards.
Shit.
Jesus.
And who knows what's in there?
Would you even open it if you bought it, or would you store it?
What does it matter? Because does it hold its value more as an unopened, like collector's edition box? Because they sell them like that. They're weird.
Yeah. You know what the good thing is now to do with Pokemon is to buy them boxes and get them graded.
Yeah.
Get the box graded?
Get the whole fucking thing. Yeah, because they have like jungle sets, fossil sets, all them old like these
the one that could
boxes
have a Charizard,
that are still out that people haven't opened that they sell, that they're all graded, dude. Like they'll grade it and like I've seen people spend 20, 30, 40, 50, 100K on like there's a couple of people I watch that do YouTube shit that sell and do Pokemon and they're just like the stuff they have is just insane. Like this dude's like, man, I'm really gonna regret this. I'm really bored, but like I really want to open up these packs. Like $5,000 for the fucking packs. It was 4 packs.
Gosh.
And out of all 4 packs, he got one shiny Knocked Owl that was like the best card out of all the sets that he had in those. Dude, he was so pissed though, but and then he ended up getting a 10 on it. The card was worth freaking $1,400, just like that right off the bat. Gem Mint 10, $1,400. Boom.
At least the pack was in good shape too. Yeah. That's even riskier when you're buying these packs.
Shit's so. I know, dude. I'm telling you, it's sketchy. Like, I ordered that Mew. I got it off Whatnot.
Oh.
And I had like a Articuno too, that I had a holographic Articuno from like the first base set. And I wanted to get that graded, but I ended up trading that to my brother. But I got them shipped here, and I was worried. I was fucking devastated. Like, I was worried. I was like, something bad was gonna happen, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck, dude. The truck like flips over, dude. They go flying like cow patch
Shoots
and like
out the window.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it shoots out. Some 5-year-old picks it up and is like, "Oh my god, what is this?" Yeah,
Blows his nose with it.
now you got a $150 card in your fucking hand.
Spokes.
But all that shit adds up though after a while. You know what I mean? Like, it just does. Like, I probably got about 800 sitting right there in cards right there, just those graded ones.
There's a lot in there.
I mean, it's okay. It's okay. It's, you know, it's okay. But I don't want to get rid of them. Like right now, anyway. You know, like I really, if I get rid of those, it's either for something for this,
Sure,
something
Yeah,
going
you
into
could
something.
use it as an
Is,
investment opportunity.
like I'm not
That's what
just
we
gonna
all
go to
use it for.
sell that and some extra money, go to a dispensary.
See, the thing about the Pokemon that blows me away though is that, have you ever played the game?
yeah. Oh, of course.
You have?
Oh, yeah.
See, no, not at all.
Never been. Never had a chance.
That's the point. It's like the game itself.
It's
actually,
second to the collecting aspect.
It
for
is.
Sure.
It is.
Yeah.
But building that deck, like feeling the game, like how it's supposed to be played, it's a weird thing. Like it's
I
fun.
should look that up and see if Amber wants to play.
Play it online.
Eat.
They got the online game you can play on your phones.
People are so good now, though, at
Yeah,
these
they
card games. Like, the meta's so, like, thoroughly studied. It's like kids today did to Pokemon cards what, like, kids did to Fortnite with, like, the building and shit. Suddenly, you're not even playing the same game that I'm playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm playing an energy on my Eevee, and they're building a tower. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But it's tough, man. It's competitive.
Online it is.
Yeah.
And fast. It's very quick. It's almost like speed chess.
Yeah.
It's like clocked.
Yeah.
And when you play like, so I've taken my son to like a couple of card shops to like play the game. So we made a deck. He like beat somebody in a
Sure.
an actual comic book shop. He lit up.
Yeah.
Because it was a deck that he made that
Yeah.
he put together with cards that we
See, that
had.
just
Like,
means a whole.
so like it's a different setup too, because then you're like you're
Yeah.
doing like a strategic thing. It's like chess. You know how many energy cards you can put in the deck. There's only 60 cards or whatever it is. I think it's 60 usually. And then like you have to make that deck as strong as you can
Sure.
and get you enough energy.
Yeah.
Make sure there's enough dudes to level up to fight the next guy. It's crazy strategic. And like that's the aspect that I think nobody ever talks about.
Yeah.
It's like really, really fun. It's like a weird game.
It's a competitive game.
You
It's
get
weird.
prizes. So when you kick a dude's ass in Pokemon, there's these 6 cards on the side. So when you beat somebody, you get to pick one of them up. And sometimes the randomness of that alone can change the course of a game in the most
Where do the
fun
6
way.
cards come from, though?
Your own deck. So they could be any 6 random cards that you put in there already.
They're your
You don't
prize
know.
cards.
You don't know. You're shuffling. You've got that deck, and you put down 6 cards at the beginning of the game. That's
Yeah.
it.
See, this
You
is
don't
how
what's
I
gonna
know
be
you
there.
haven't played, man.
Yeah,
These are your
dude.
prize cards. You get 6 of them per game. Every time you knock out an opposing motherfucker, you pick one of them up. And as long as it ain't like 6 energy, you're chilling. But sometimes it is, man.
Sometimes you need that energy in a clutch,
Yeah.
though. And
Yeah,
it
yeah.
works
Right,
out really
right.
well.
For sure.
But yeah, no, dude, Pokemon's fun.
Yeah.
Try it out.
I really should try
Yeah,
it
it's
out.
It's different than Pokemon Stadium. There's a really
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm
Bro,
sure
I got
it is.
that at home on my 64.
hell
You want to
yes.
go, dude?
Let's do it. Part 2. I like part
Yeah.
2 as well. That's on the Switch. If you got the Switch, they got it on there.
Oh, did they really?
They
I
do.
got the second one too.
You gotta
at
have an
home.
online account though, don't you? For that,
I think so. Yeah.
You gotta pay for
I
it
got
monthly.
the family thing. Yeah, I do
Yeah.
a whole.
See, that's why I don't
yearly
fucking have that shit.
subscription.
Oh.
It's a thing. I'm obsessed.
I already pay $120 for fucking PlayStation. I'm not
Speaking
paying
of-
shit for fucking Wii.
No, I get
Oh
it.
my god, dude.
The Game Boy though, there's like old ROMs. Maybe we don't talk about ROMs, but ROMs.
I got a Game Boy SP Advance.
So there you go.
The laptop
There's
looking one.
a version of the trading card game of Pokemon that you can play that was like on the OG Game Boy.
Very good.
It's amazing. It teaches you everything,
Sure is.
and it's a little slow.
I remember
Game Boy.
Oh, I bet
buying
it
my
is.
copy, man. I was
great.
12 years old, I think. I bought it at a Shopco. I read the booklet in the streetlights driving home. I was like, man, what the... Oh, this is awesome.
Booklets and video games. Do you
Yeah.
remember that?
Yeah.
What's that about? They don't do that anymore. What? Oh yeah, sure. You passing? I see what you're doing. Pass the baton. I'll take you up on that.
Another.
The basketball poses.
Basketball.
Okay, hold on. Great segue. Hold on.
Good
I brought
times.
these packs to open, right?
Sick.
So hold on. What we were doing earlier was we were posing as the people that were in the packs. 90s Skybox inaugural edition. Which one you want? You want a blue or a black? Pick your pack. This is what we're talking about. Which one's yours?
Blue.
Which one you want? You want the blue?
I'm gonna go black.
You want black? All right.
Dude, this feels like it's weighing heavy, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Does it? Oh, you got a heavy one?
nice.
Listen, they're cardboard. These are thick.
You might have a stick of gum in here.
Feel
dog.
feel that though. Is that?
Oh, mine's heavier for sure.
Oh, all right.
Oh damn, yeah. Yours is fucking packing,
Give me your
dude.
weighty. Give me your weighty.
We're opening up some freaking
Oh, it
trading
is.
cards
That's
dude,
a-
on the
it is.
freaking
Pack of
podcast,
cards.
dude.
That's what we
Fucking
do.
sick.
All right.
Just so you know, we gotta take a break here in about
I get it.
6
We'll
minutes.
cruise through these packs.
Well, no, I don't want to. I mean, well, I guess we can.
Well, here we'll see. We'll take our time.
Yeah.
Who wants?
Lead the way, Joe.
All right, hold on. We got a Rory Sparrow. We're gonna read these names like they're coming out of a. Oh, Reggie Miller. I know Reggie Miller.
Reggie Miller.
That's a name I
I'm
remember.
familiar with. Yeah.
I don't want to insult any of the '90s basketball players
Yeah.
that I don't remember names. Ed Neely, Jeff Martin, Eddie Johnson, Jerry. I love the coach cards. The coach cards where they look all. You love the ties.
That's a good Jerry Sloan. I've seen a lot of Jerry Sloans. You could hang that up in a Mormon home tomorrow.
There's a Gen 11
Big
Jerry
Utah
Sloan.
guy.
Winston Garland, Roy Henson. That looks like. Doesn't that almost look like a Harlem Globetrotters logo?
It does.
It's like, what kind of cards are these? Byron Irvin, Otis Smith, William Brett. I don't know if I
Okay.
got anybody. Only Reggie Miller. Bill Hanslick.
What about that last one? Okay, Mark Bryant.
Mark Bryant, and the last. Oh, Dallas Mavericks card. Get that logo.
The whole team.
You got. They got the names on the back of the cards. That's the best part. What do you?
All
What
right,
you
well,
get?
what I got?
No, you didn't.
I got a Harold Presley. He might be great. I don't know. Paul McKeskey. He's pretty cool. But really, what we're here for is this Charles Barkley card. We got Chuck here. I see you,
Dude,
Chuck.
that can I see it?
Yeah.
Get the
you want
Barkley.
Chuck? You get Chuck. We got a Rex
Dude,
Chapman,
that's sick.
a John Long. This is a random name generator right
Yeah,
now.
it is, right? Like,
Jerome
just
Lane. That's kind of cool. Nate McMillan. That sounds. Is McMillan a guy?
McMillan's a guy.
I don't know if
He
he's a
sounds
guy.
like a guy.
We got Terry Teagle. We're in the alliteration section. We got Sam Perkins. He looks all right. Yo, we got Charles Barkley and the other Charles Oakley.
Oh, okay, all right. The Barkley's a decent grab, I think.
He was
Dude,
a Knick
that-
for a minute
He's a
too.
Knicks, yeah.
I wish that was hollow.
Yeah, right.
All right, they should all be hollow.
I don't think they invented hollow yet when they made these cards.
90s, nuh-uh.
Those aren't
91,
worth
92.
nothing. All right, we got Tyrone Corbin, Rodney McRae, Derek McKee, and then Frank Cornett. So I'm happy with the Charles, the killer Chucks.
I think that's our best pull, aside from that Hakeem Olajuwon.
Hakeem's kinda nice.
I got a checklist.
Okay.
Yeah, very
Most
important.
important,
All
right?
right.
There's like
Okay.
two of those.
I got a Kenny Gadsden,
Good player, good player.
I love the color on those cards.
Yeah.
Mike Sanders,
There's something about the color palette, you know.
Chris Morris,
Okay.
These are names I don't know yet.
Jeff Malone,
There it is. See, the poses are amazing too.
Bob Thornton,
That sounds
Not Billy,
familiar.
Bob.
Scott Hastings, Michael Williams,
The color background scream. I have a windbreaker.
Eric Floyd,
Okay.
Theodore Edwards.
Can't miss him.
Got a Detroit Pistons card.
Oh, hell yeah. Detroit Rock City.
Got a Kelly Trupuka,
Okay.
Good pronunciation. Good job.
Good rookie.
Kenny Walker, Bo Kimball, and LaSalle Thompson.
No, your pack was awesome.
Look at that. Look at that.
Look at the back. Look at those back photos.
Yeah, they got all their
You got a
stats and shit in the
different one,
back.
man, this is cooler.
All
Yeah,
right.
they got all the stats in the back of each card, what they did. So, NBA
well.
career field goals, 509.
Here
Points.
I am ignoring them. We got alternate art cards on the back.
Yeah,
Different
dude.
outfit. This guy's got a towel on his head. Yeah, man.
Send all these in to get graded.
Yeah, do it.
Dude,
6'7", 200
dude,
pounds.
this card I definitely want to get graded. This is Kelly Chupuka. Look at this front card, right? But look at the back, dude. He's stretching in the fit. Like he's stretching in a Hornets fit.
I love Hornets.
Take that
color.
Yeah, that card is fire.
My man was cooking in '89. He was averaging 16 a game.
Oh hell no!
Shooting
Here we go,
90%
Kings of Queen,
from
dude. Deacon.
Let's go. He looks ready. Oh my gosh, this guy looks like Jerry Seinfeld's wearing a Hornets. Doesn't he?
A little bit, yeah. I think that's just how people
What's
look.
the deal with the Charlotte Hornets?
Dylon.
Thank you for indulging me in 90s nostalgia.
Dude,
At least we got Charles Barkley.
Thanks for bringing
Charles
these
Barkley,
cards,
man.
dude. Like, where the hell is that? Where's that Kenny card at?
Which one?
Kenny Chupaluka.
You letting go of
oh.
Chupalupa?
Did I?
Chupalupa.
Chupalupa. Yeah, I did that.
Where the fuck did he go, dude? I don't got him. I don't got Kenny. Okay, I want to get that graded.
Get that guy. Send him in.
Yo, he's probably wearing the pumps.
Yeah, for sure.
I love a pump.
Oh no, he's wearing Nike. I can't even tell what he's wearing, dude.
It's probably Adidas. No one wants to say it.
I need super.
They ain't Jordans. Pre-Jordan, man.
1990.
Yeah, that's it. That's the years.
That's
why
what
I
I'm
like
wearing, dude.
Jordan.
It's crazy.
They're old.
Bet we're gonna take a quick break, guys. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Blue. Now you're red and blue.
Yeah, fuck.
We're back from the break. You goons.
Yeah, we got it.
All right, we just
Make sure
finished.
it's not in my mouth again.
And you want to know
Well.
something funny too? Is that
Different kind of show. But
Yeah, different, a little bit different.
that'll be on the Patreon following the release. You can see this in Joe's mouth.
Gotta pay extra.
Age-gated content.
It's gated.
Yeah.
Cost extra. Speaking of gates.
Yeah.
Floodgates.
Floodgates.
Information. Aliens.
dude? Just ask the homie on my back. He's got all the answers.
Yeah, he does.
You got that
that's
back
amazing.
piece. Was that time we're like, okay, were extraterrestrials on the mind, or was this something you've been cooking up, or how did you
see
get
something?
How did you get ET on your back?
So, realistically, I've always been like, for the last like 10, 12 years of my life, I've been very spiritual. Law of attraction. I've had a DMT trip where like I've seen and witnessed things, and they're real, man.
Yeah.
They're real, and they're hidden, and it's just a giant mystery, man.
Yeah.
And I think it was just really cool to symbolic that on my back to where it could get someone's mind
Yeah.
cooking, because
Sure.
I it's not finished, but most of it pretty much like the bottom part of it's going to be like my paradise is like Hayward, like the North Woods of Wisconsin is like my paradise, not a beach, not like Miami or California or
That's what you like.
yeah, it's like that's what it is. So I pretty much incorporated it with that. So yeah,
Sure.
this is based off of the DMT trip I had and
Sure.
like me watching like documentaries and and actually
Believe it.
take a breath. When me and my brother were kids, we were out riding our bikes on the west side of town, and we were with like 2 or 3 other kids, and we were actually just talking about this the other day. That we seen something up in the air, and then it was just
Gone.
Yeah, that's weird.
it was like this big in the sky, dude.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Like it was like it wasn't like a speck,
Sizable. Yeah.
like a flare or anything. It was there, and me and my brother were like, "What?"
That's gotta
What
be
was
terrifying though too.
I feel like you live in the Midwest, though. Like everybody you know has like an experience like this. You're
telling
sitting
you.
outside at night; it's pretty clear. So I wrote and directed and filmed a movie about aliens. It's called The Fifth Kind, and it was all sparked on a sighting I had, like not dissimilar to yours. I was sitting.
You
on
were
my,
a part of that movie.
I wrote that movie, man. The Fifth Kind. Yeah, I'll give you a copy. But in anyway, it's a.
I've seen that movie.
He thinks he's seen.
Oh wait, no,
He
that's
thinks
the
See, that's why we named it The Fifth Kind, man. It was all about marketing.
because I've seen the fourth kind. Yeah,
the fourth kind.
Okay,
We
yeah.
have a lot of angry customers who think, "Where the hell is Mila Jovovich?"
You're like,
And I'm
yeah,
like,
he ain't seen it.
half an hour in, it's still me. She's not coming. But it was all sparked. I was on the back porch of my house. I was looking in the sky, and I see this light just kind of zoom in, like across the river, like this, shoot straight up and disappear. And I was like, "Ooh, that's cool." And got my juices flowing. So I'm with you, man. I've been thinking about this stuff.
See,
I've definitely seen so weirdly, right? Like maybe not yesterday, maybe a couple of days ago, something random, and it's not.
Sure.
It's explainable, right? It's explainable, and I explained it to myself later on. But from a distance, something appears like off in the horizon or whatever, like while I'm driving to work, and I see it as like, well, why isn't it moving? Like it's just this isn't a star, but it looks like a star. And it's just in the middle of the, wherever the moon is shining at this moment, because it's like maybe 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. And it just eventually just kind of sizzles out and fades. Yeah. And then goes away. What was that? Was that me? Was that something like I just didn't understand? Like that's how swamp gases work or some shit. You know what I mean? Or is it like maybe because everything we know right now that everyone's willing to tell us about it is that they're definitely real and that we don't understand what they are?
Like I think we're all at the point. Everybody, like up to like the highest levels of government at this point in time, are like, all right, something's out there. Like they're finally like, okay, guys, there might be some aliens.
Have you guys heard like anything about like the secret about Antarctica and stuff?
Yeah. What? Wait. Yo, what's secret though?
What's
like?
The secret?
Are you talking like flat Earth secret
or the thing, like the movie Antarctica?
There's actually a third option. He's gonna give it to us.
So, I've watched some things about like some potential. Do you know anything?
I think I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Please deep cut me, dude. I need to groove.
I'll jump in if it's what I think.
I love it.
Yo, can we light that up? Light that up. Light that thing up. Light it up. Light it up.
Get Wisconsin finest CBD going, man.
Yeah, it's the best. Delta 8.
Yeah.
So there is. I watched this video on. I can't remember the name of the guy, but he used to have every key to the Antarctica base in Antarctica.
Oh, cool.
There is a base there. He had control over any door you can go into. He had a key for it. Anything. And they have things like the new lasers that hit in Hawaii. The
thing that's
the DEWs, the DEWs.
Yeah.
He said to get informed on DEWs, DEWs, direct something missiles or weapon, direct EMP missiles, whatever this freaking DEW stands for. I can't remember what it stands for.
Look it up.
It's kind of annoying. I can't think of it right now, but apparently they have technologies there that are way too far advanced for this planet, and they've had aliens search around this planet for years. They're just coming at us now. Well, no, they're here. Yeah. They've been here. They're here. I mean, it's not a known thing. It's
so like presuming like okay. So let's say there's a moment in time in all our lives. Like we're pretty young. There might be one where like a head of government of like they go okay, these things are real. What's it gonna take for, I guess, the public at large to go, oh shit, that is real? Because we kind of hear it in the background, maybe on C-SPAN, you see a Twitter headline, a TikTok.
Tic-tac.
Tic-tac. But when do you think is going to be that tipping point where people like as a collective kind of go, okay, humans, that ain't it? Because I don't feel like we're there yet. I feel like people hear this, go, oh yeah, aliens, cool, and then they move on, go back to work, worry about insurance. They don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
I don't think it'd be like that.
You don't think so?
I think it would be chaos because people can't face what's real.
Sure.
They just cannot take in what's possible. And for me, I would rather know all the crooked shit that people are doing to our country, to us, than be a sheep and be unaware and be like, no, they wouldn't do that to us. How much did they make off of COVID?
Yeah, well,
how much they make off COVID? And guess what? Guess what? I guarantee you by the end of this year, beginning of next year, there is going to be, and actually, I've actually heard something too. I've been doing a lot of research on this too. Look up what's going to happen in 2030. They're trying to eradicate 80% of the U.S. population, the world population.
What? No,
80%. That's what they did back in the 60s and 70s and stuff with those big viruses, polio and like all them other ones. They did that on purpose, dude. They did it on purpose because they were watching the population of the planet grow at a fast rate that they cannot control. That's pretty much that's pretty much all it is. And people won't believe
downsize like that Matt Damon movie.
And, and people
They
just
couldn't even write a good script about it. How are we going to do it in real life?
yeah. And when people hear that, they're like, "You're a conspiracy theorist." And I'm like, "No, I'm not. I just think. Think for a second.
Yeah.
You look at a box of cereal from Sweden. Look at a box of cereal from here.
Sure.
There's 80 different ingredients in it that are killing us slowly and your kids.
Dude, the BHT.
Dude, it's so fucked up.
I'll speak on BHT because this happened in our house.
It's fucked up, dude. And
My
people
kid
just don't
can't have certain cereals anymore, and I had to take them off the menu because, like, I don't care. Maybe they'll cancel me for this. Too bad.
Who cares?
It's Kellogg's. Like, they're trying to cut certain corners. They spray their stuff with this certain stuff. They put it on there. It says it's for freshness, right? Like, that's in quotes. And it's also in Pop-Tarts. So I want you to think it's like, hey, it causes liver cancer sometimes to some people.
Everyone's different, too.
Think about Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Diet Coke just had another thing, too. Like, what Koch brothers, they're going to pay for this. I don't know. They're not that. They're not the same brothers, right?
No, I think it is.
Different company, conglomerate.
We're going to get sued by Coca-Cola
Pepsi.
and Coke.
I dare someone to try to shut me down from this episode. I dare.
But it's funny to me. Like, that's
It's
the
true,
thing we
though.
have to worry about. Like,
It's true. People just have to do their own research.
I know listen, what sparked me taking the menu off for the kid, like Pop-Tarts, wheat, all these things, like Cheez-Its, things he likes are on this thing. So I had to go, sorry, you can't have them anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's bad for you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the guy who has to make the call because Japan made the call. This is how I found out about it, right? So Japan says, no, we're not taking Rice Krispies anymore. Sorry, guys. No more Frosted Flakes either. You guys are just willy-nilly trying to save a buck, and you're going to hurt your own people. Like, we have to stop that. So that's why I did the same thing. Is a little bit of research. You look at it, what it does. Had the kid on his phone while we're going through the aisles.
Joe, would you say that you line up with the CCP on many things? I'm kidding. I'm playing. I was like,
CCP.
the Chinese Communist Party.
Yes, I do. As my voice like modulates and it doesn't sound like me anymore. This has been edited.
Yeah. I'm playing.
No, but like that's for me. It's just like I understand if you're a company who wants to save money. Great. Guess what? That's all of our country now. Capitalism. It's based on whatever you can do it for the cheapest buck.
Right.
Cool. But you can't do that to your people.
Sure.
And there's people that are making money off of that deal.
Well, they just don't care, and it's
No.
just, and it just goes back to show is that people just can't face what's real because they'd be like, well, why would they do it? Sadly enough, if you are a parent or even not a parent, you have every right to go grab anything from the store and look at it and check out what these ingredients are. Right. Because I even watched a video the other day about metal being in fucking baby formula, dude.
Oh, that's a big thing.
Like,
Still.
it's just like. For what, dude?
Look
like,
up baby powder.
Like it's just it's just insane, dude. Like, there's no need to do this, but they're doing it for fucking population control, dude. I'm telling you, dude. Why else would they? Why else would they do it?
Control for cheaper.
But why would they do it? Why else would they do it though? You don't see any other countries doing this to their people.
Like, listen, capitalism is like part of the American zeitgeist. It's imbued in like everything we do, and it's based on the fundamental idea of infinite expansion, infinite profitability. And when you have companies that think, oh, if I can just do this to raise my profit X, Y, Z, and I got that fiduciary duty anyway. I think it's very common that like these things happen. I mean, I see it in places I've worked.
Yeah.
Before.
So
In the past, not presently. In the past, I've seen corners cut. Not presently. They don't cut corners where I work. We do everything excellently. But that goes back to my question, though. Like, will we need to see fucking Joe Biden pull, like, E.T. on stage for, like, Mary down the street to go, oh, shit, aliens are real?
Joe Biden's fake anyway.
Like, listen, you keep...
He's a hologram.
No, he's got a mask on
like,
the side of his face. You can see that little flab. You can just pull over and pull it right on his
You're
face.
going reptilian mask route?
I can't go Scooby yet. I gotta know. Like,
Scooby? Yeah, you call it.
But no, like, what is the mass revelation event? Is it a crashed alien in New York City that we can't ignore, or is it like?
I think it's I think and
Independence
this is me.
Day? Like, fuck.
Yeah.
I think what'll end up happening is like they either try to sell it to us, right? Like that we're gonna come together to fight these guys. like in order to bring us all together to spend more money, so Halliburton makes another couple $billion, right? So that we can keep the war machine going, because now there's a new war, and it's the one everyone's going to agree with, and it's the fucking aliens. Or, even worse...
Us versus them, you know?
No, I want it to be like they're testing us, and we're failing miserably. Because we need to be, as a humanity, we need to be like, listen, they could give us free healthcare.
Yeah.
They could come down here and do that. But listen,
That's what I'm saying,
they see all these other people taking advantage of us, and us going like, yeah, it's cool, go ahead.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, they're not ready yet.
Well, okay. Let's grant that they're real. They're here, and they came from trillions of light years away. They already have, by virtue of that transit, the ability to end us. You know what I mean? So, like, at this point, it's why. Like, what the big why? Like, what's the holdup? You know what I mean?
Yeah, what do you want?
Do you think we started on Mars to come here?
That's a big fucking ask, because there's proof a little bit in that,
Well,
isn't there? There's some pudding. Oh, sorry.
Shit. There's some pudding. Ashes on me.
The proof's in the pudding. But the idea that, like, that's where we came from, and now we're here. So do you think, like, do you know about, like, Kronos? And like what is the other planet that like crashed into a planet, or maybe that's something we don't realize that happened in this timeline. Like, think about it like Atlantis,
Sure.
but in space, full of humans. And then this is where we end up, even through diaspora of like, you know, something ended up on a mucusy log that hits the Earth and turns us into, you know, frogs first. But then it starts off that this is how it always starts. With these people that eventually evolve, and we just came from a different spot, way farther out.
It's kind of like Wall-E.
Realize.
It's kind of like Wall-E almost.
It's infinite though. Like we have that ability to realize. Like I'm playing Starfield right now, dude.
Sure.
Holy shit! Timelines. Talking about alternate realities.
Want this piece?
Oh sure. I'll burn it out.
6 seconds.
The why. If I feel that's what I felt the other day. This is just conspiracy theory. We want to talk real conspiracy theory?
Sure.
Maybe Starfield was made by aliens to be a test. Do you just go on an alien planet and start blasting away alien life?
Who?
Little Ender's Game
What's this
action
person's
here.
name?
No, I'm thinking the game Starfield.
Oh, it's a game.
Yo, listen, if aliens traveled many light years to give me a game a little janky on release, I'm gonna be pissed.
Right?
They need a day one
These
patch.
glitches, clear it up, dude. Why am I finding loot in a puddle, dude?
Yeah, dude. Why is my guy T-posing in the middle of his spaceship?
But no, like that's in my quick little head in my like I'm thinking like, so if they saw all the algorithm of everything that I've done and behaved in this game, would I be considered? Because that's the other thing. I'm also reading this book called Armada to my kid, which is
Good
the
book.
same guy who wrote Ready Player One, right? But the premise of the book, not to spoil it, but is that the aliens are kind of testing us to see how we react when they fuck with us.
Sure.
Like as a war machine, do we fight back? How do we react?
I wouldn't.
I mean, it's,
I would just take my shirt off and be like, dude, I'm with y'all.
I'm one of you. You'd be
I'm with y'all.
The woman on the empire, like the skyscraper Independence Day.
If anybody doesn't know, maybe I'll put it in this video. I
right
started a big back piece of like my back of an alien smoking a joint, and that's how we got in this conversation about believing in aliens and the universe and shit. So I might put a picture of that.
You should.
And the end of it.
We'll do a picture of my back because mine's my religious beliefs before I just kind of stopped caring about like certain ones. Now I still follow like what I need, right? But like I had Jesus on there, Ganesh, like all these things all conglomerated into one being, and it was this whole thought process of like, well, this is what made me up as a human. It's my mom marrying this guy that was way into, you know, Eastern mythology, so that I got everything. I got like Hinduism involved when I was in like middle school, and I was like, oh, this is fucking cool stuff. And then you find out about the Buddha and you're like, I believe this guy got me through a couple of moments like where I talked myself off a wall a couple of times by about how to relax about shit and like what life really is. Like, if you don't know, the Buddha's like pre-Jesus, kind of cool stuff. Trees are involved. It's way more trippy.
And we can put a picture of Buddha right here. It's your back tattoo, then Buddha. That'll be the thumbnail. And we'll be like,
That's what it is. That's my back piece. Is all that religious stuff in one thing.
cool.
And not to get
It's
too
your tapestry,
far,
man.
not to get too far into religion, but there was a video I watched the other day about people believing in different forms of religion and stuff like that. Yeah. And this guy literally said, believe in no religion, believe in Jesus Christ.
Hey.
And I was like, okay.
He came through.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Because it is. Because you can go and take bits and pieces of each and make it your own. Because your beliefs are your beliefs.
Sure.
And when I heard that, I was like, right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm already there anyway, so. Anyway, it was just cool to hear because it's just like, everybody should think of it like that. Like, if you're brought into Hinduism, believe in Buddha. Like,
do whatever
you know
want.
what I mean? Like,
it's a thing that helps you get through moments.
Right.
That's the other part.
Yeah.
There's deeper things that we lost by trying to argue about it that nobody talks about now.
If you use your spirituality as like a vessel of intention, and you use that rather than the book and the guidelines, like you can imbue, Jesus, you can imbue Buddha, you can imbue whoever, and you can imbue that intention. You don't have to. Put
a label on it.
Sure, you don't have to have a manual with you.
That's the greatest thing about it, because a lot of Christianity gets bashed for shit, but if you don't say
Romans,
you could just say, I believe in Jesus Christ, I believe in God, like,
whatever,
and it doesn't matter what form of it is,
it's almost more ignorant to attack that idea.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, to be a person that has to go out of their way to intentionally make someone else upset about the entire of how they were.
Oh yeah,
sure.
How they got through shit too. That's another part of it. Intention. Be a movement for intention.
Yeah.
I miss Nick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not trying to get deep into that. So I just want to make a side
anytime.
comment because that was just like really cool to hear. It was just like really cool because it wasn't like back and forth battling on.
No, he just laid it out.
What it is and what it isn't and shit, like. But have you guys heard about the 12 laws of the universe? You guys know that?
12 laws of the universe.
I know like the first 3.
Yeah. I know about first 3 or 4. I can't remember the rest of them, but that's like a good thing. Like, I've been doing it in the mornings before I wake up. I'll wake up at 5, grab a shower, put that on YouTube, and just like get it flowing.
Sure.
12 laws of the universe.
12, because there's the law of attraction. There's law of theory. There's a whole bunch of. I can't think of them off the top of my head. But
I'm gonna.
There's law of power.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, it's a really cool video. There's a bunch of them on YouTube, but it's just like it puts your mind in perspective on things because it really is. It's your mind and how you control things. We think on average people 60,000 thoughts a day. Could you imagine trying to monitor that?
Who counted?
Yeah. This guy's laying in bed. I hope he was sitting down.
Is the thought of him counting also a thought?
But you also don't think like, when you're initially just thinking, you're having those other thoughts too that you're not monitoring and keeping control of.
Passive sound.
Right. But once you start replacing that with things you want, physical things you want, love, connection, money, new car, whatever the case may be, the more you think of it, the more it comes back to you. And that's the law of attraction right there, is what you think is what you get. And I think personally, how our days interact and how they go is based on our thoughts. Because I think with us sending thoughts out, transmitting to other people, they're getting those and we're getting theirs, things are happening because more people are focusing on the same thing. For instance, it's busy at Dispo.
Yeah.
Everyone and their mom's thinking the same thing.
Sure.
So are we behind it? What can we do to not feel like that? What can we do to change that? You know what I mean? And that's,
the woods up north.
That is redirecting.
Away. Sure. Yeah.
That is a redirecting. You are mad, irritated, redirect it. What can you do? What I've said, is it going to matter in 5 seconds, 5 minutes, 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 years, 5 months? If it doesn't,
done.
I'm good.
Don't worry.
Yeah. But it is a bit about an intention too. Your headset when you walk into a room and you're just like, this is what I need for the day. You got to be ready for that too, because that varies.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to pivot on a point where you can be like, well, I can deal with this today and just deal with that thing.
Yeah.
Walk away from what's like, because it's like that. We'll talk about Christianity. It's the saying like, God never gives you more than you can handle. Right. Well, I don't know about you guys. I've been dealt some shit to handle sometimes.
No, me too.
And it's like, this guy thought I could handle
daily.
this.
Daily.
It's a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
So it's like, that part of me then taking that into stride and going, okay, well then I'll grow from this, and then I'll be able to be like, the next time it gets this south, I can handle it, and I'll take that as a learning and just move on from there.
Yep.
Like it gets better. I've had better days. I get to hang out, do something else, and then I don't worry about that thing anymore.
Right.
It's also the amount of attention you give a thing. That's the energy.
Yeah.
You're giving that thing its energy. That's you're feeding off of it, or it's feeding off of you.
Yep.
The energy vampire style.
Right.
Don't give it.
Yeah.
Don't feed it, man. It's all about zooming out.
Yeah.
Farther out you get, the smaller all that bullshit looks. You find a little space for yourself in between there.
Yeah.
That's where I live my life, man.
Yep. Yep.
This is why I think this is the artist part of this, the universality.
Sure.
In this room,
Yeah.
specifically, is like, it is all I approach something else completely separate from the way that I have to live professionally. Like,
Yeah.
I'm doing this other thing for my own mental well-being in a way. Like, because this is me chasing something where I'm not going to give that up. It's always going to be here, and I'll get better at that. I can't. There's gates,
Sure.
right? Like we say, like gatekeepers that will get in your way to try and stop you from doing something. But if you do something, you create something, there's nobody that gets to stand in your way. You're your worst critic, and that's it. Once you get past yourself,
Yep.
leave it be.
Yep.
Put it out there, whatever it is. But I think we get, especially I know, like being raised talking about being younger, like you sometimes you don't have a cheerleader. I think we have to remember that, like, you still have to be your own cheerleader.
Yeah,
it's
true.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, man, the Anteater show,
Oh.
cartoon, Arthur, fucking the theme song. Yeah, he goes, believe in yourself. Mm-hmm. That's the place to start. And once you got that shit in you, because there's been times in my life, I don't know about y'all, but I came from like a lack of confidence, and now like I serve a room of 80 people a day without flinching. You know what I mean? Like, once you find you. It makes you I think it makes you better, makes you different, makes you real.
Yep.
Letting other people see that in you makes you better, because then they get to, like, that's your true self.
Yeah.
That's the thing about, like, someone seeing you shine for the first time, like, that's shine. Whatever, Stephen King, you got me. I got it. I call him a shine. But, like, it is when you see that thing that somebody does that they do better than anybody else, or that thing that even just unlocks that, you seeing them find joy in something.
Right.
That alone, that will break me down better than anything. Like, I'll cry watching something like that happen to somebody, because that's what I want for everybody. So if, like, you get to see it live, that's the best thing ever, is watching people connect with, like, what they really want to be doing. And sometimes you gotta pay a mortgage or the rent or have health care. So you gotta have a job that, like, you just walk away from that and still pursue something. Like, be happy outside of whatever you have that you have to pursue. Just do it.
Yeah.
Nike.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like the skit I did for the short. Instead of saying trying, just do it, because trying doesn't tempt to failure.
Sure.
Yeah.
So if you take that word out of your vocabulary too, there's a lot more doing than trying.
Most people in the world don't even start. Like, before they know it, they're 45 with a mortgage, and what they want, not that that's bad, but like what they wanted to do when they were 20, 15, 5 is forgotten to the sheets, man.
Yeah.
Get out of your front door. Mentally, physically, do that, and then I think everything gets easier.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely agree on that.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And fuck with people who fuck with you.
Yeah.
Pro tip.
Oh, for sure.
Pro tip.
Yep.
Like, don't waste time on people that don't fuck with you.
There was a line in a new song from Cassie that said that I've known people that have been down from the jump. He's like, no, I can tell that they haven't been down from the jump. I can tell by the look in the eye. And it's like, he's like, even some of the fakest was day ones. And that was just like, that hit, because it's like, I got one day one left. Like my boy AJ.
Yeah.
Like, everyone else just like used me to an extent to come here, or
do this, do that.
And it's like, that shit hit because I'm doing it. And it's just
and now
pure
they're looking for a ride.
and it's just pure happiness. That's all I'm doing this for, is just to have some fun. And when it's 27 minutes in,
we're ready to hang. It's almost done.
Yeah.
I think we've done been hanging, man.
We are.
Yeah,
I think we've officially hanged.
Yeah, we hanged from about 11 o'clock this morning, and it's fucking 9 to 5 right now.
Cut, dude, deep cut.
10 to 5 right now.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure, man. It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you guys.
It's been awesome.
I appreciate this. This is Garage Hangs, man. It's episode 27, I believe. So hopefully it's 27. I'm pretty sure it is. So I'm gonna leave info for you guys for your artist page or something. So you will be able to go check that out.
Do it.
What is today? Sunday?
Check us out.
Yeah.
Dang, so you know what that means?
I don't.
I gotta do that. I gotta edit and do this tonight to post it tomorrow.
Oh, damn, we're going to be live tomorrow?
Because I post on Mondays.
You post.
And I'm not waiting a week.
No,
Yeah.
don't do it.
Can't skip a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do it and just be done with it. So
Well, that'll be a quick
I'm
turnover.
looking forward to.
actually, hold on. I'm just gonna pause and do the ending because there's
Do
literally 30 seconds. So we'll get on there in a second. Say bye.
be the third clip in the folder you delete because you're like, why do I got this third 4-minute clip?
Not even.
ending.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to end the clip because it's getting ready to get cut. So
Yeah.
but yeah, we're
Yeah.
thanks for coming to the garage again, Joe. Thank you, Randall, for coming in, hanging out.
It's been a pleasure.
It is fun, dude.
We got to run this back again with more packs and
More packs.
Yeah,
I'll buy
yeah. I'm gonna
next time.
get some cards too to open up too. I'm just gonna start a little collection going. So the next time we do want to do another one of these episodes, we can freaking open up some cards and have a ball.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll have some other stuff to promote too. I
Yeah.
got stuff in the works. We're gonna start doing some shows. It'll be fun.
Hell yeah.
You'll see some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Hell
cool
yeah.
I'll
things
talk
on the
about you
way.
guys. You'll love it.
Excuse me.
Cool.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in. It's Garage Hangs, Schiefheimer. Y'all have a good night. Be smooth and be safe.
Yeah.